Hello, welcome to my channel. In this occasion, I would like to wish to all that celebrate New Year in September a Happy New Year. In Eritrea and Ethiopia, this is a time of the year. Beautiful yellow flowers bloom. The yellow color of the flower is a symbol of peace, harmony, and love. The flower itself symbolizes new beginning and hope. Since it's being celebrated during COVID, I wish this new beginning brings recovery, prosperity, and health to all of you.
Sell me this pen.
This is a clip from the movie Wolf of Wall Street, which is based on true story. To sell the pen, the first important thing a salesperson should do is ask the right question and create a strong psychological need for the pen. Similarly, when you sell yourself in an interview, you should be prepared to create positive feeling and steer a psychological need for your services by creating an assuring and exciting prospect that will drive the company you plan to join towards a remarkable success. Recently, I received a private message from one person. His message reads as an introvert, I still can't manage to sell myself. I find it really challenging on doing things that other people can do easily. This frustration is almost in every one of us because we are in a world where there is a constant pressure to sell ourselves on every possible platform. As a result, that generates its own brand of modern anxiety. On top of that, especially when we're having difficulty selling ourselves in an interview, it becomes problematic because anything we do requires us to be in a selling and buying position, giving service and accepting service in general. Similarly, if we are unable to sell ourselves in an interview, then we are selling ourselves short. And when you don't sell yourself properly, you are saying no to new opportunities. Selling yourself short, we all do it. Sometimes even subconsciously. Even if we consider ourselves to be fairly confident and self-assured person, it's all too easy to sell yourself short without even realizing it. We can sell ourselves short for so many reasons. Number one is it's a tendency that's totally natural. Secondly, nobody wants to come off as a self-righteous or egotistical person. After all, none of us wants to seem overly aggressive or arrogant, but it's important that you pay attention to those times when you tend to talk down your own accomplishments and make every effort to cut yourself off. Just think, if you don't think your own work is awesome, why should anybody else should? So before we dive in, I upload one video a week that focuses on career advancement tips, and I don't want you to miss out. So go ahead and click at the subscribe button and don't forget to share with your friends and family. Today, I will share with you 5 main points how to sell yourself in an interview successfully. The first one is preparation. Preparation is key when you're ready to sell yourself during a job interview and to discuss your skills and experience to the interviewer in an exciting manner. You will need to prepare properly. First one is you need to start by going to the job description and dissect the details of the job responsibilities. Secondly, you also need to visit the company's website and understand anything that you need to know and discuss in the interview that will make you stand out. Thirdly, you need to practice until it feels natural. You never want to sound a robot by only reciting what you memorized, and you can only achieve this when you practice enough before an interview. When you do this, you start to speak from your heart, not from your head. Then it becomes less animated. Instead, you sound very natural. Also, you should remember, you are not the only person that the interviewer is talking to. So make sure you prepare well and make the interviewer to picture what it would be like to work with you, and also you will come off as so much more authentic than saying I'm a hard worker or I'm a detail-oriented. Instead, you will show how ready you are to join their company. Number 2, develop a storytelling skill. Know how to brand or commercial about yourself. I believe presenting yourself as a brand really goes very far. Not only does it elevate confidence in you, but also it's an equalizer between the employer and you as a job seeker. In order to accomplish this, you need to prepare short little stories that support your claims of relevant skills and accomplishments. Of course, it has to be a true story as well. Storytelling is most effective when it's strategic. And when we say strategic, it means first thinking about what you need a story to achieve so you can identify and develop the right story to achieve it. A key mistake people make when using storytelling in an interview is not thinking through and mapping out the content in advance, or also you need to map out the plot of each story and make sure it drives towards the desired message. And importantly, the plot of the story should be well thought through, tight and focused. If you do this, you will be able to have a story that has direction and you won't wander aimlessly. In the end, well-crafted and well-told stories can make the interviewer remember you and your stories when the interviewer is done. And in a competitive job market, that can sometimes make all the difference. Let me give you an example. When we post a job, each post receives minimum 50 applications the first few days. Out of these, maybe at least 10 of them might be suitable. And these are the ones that will make it all the way to the end, which is the final interview that you will be part of. So selling yourself becomes the only way you can have a memorable and exciting time with the interviewer. Other than that, you and the other 9 applicants have fulfilled the requirements of the job, but the right story can make you memorable. The third one is when you sell yourself, you don't bring negative information to the table. So when you interview, it's best to avoid negative experiences to bring to the table. Answer the questions you were asked, but be careful not to volunteer too much information. For example, when reference to your previous employer, even if you previously worked for the most abusive boss in the industry, you should not talk poorly about the person or other colleagues during your interview. It's best when you don't complain about your past working conditions, low salaries, or even criticizing a company or its products or services, because when you do that, you are taken away from the time you could use to brand yourself. Shortest answer is usually the best answer. The fourth one is body language. When you're trying to sell yourself, not only are you discussing highlights of your skill set that sets you apart from others, but also how you present yourself is also as important. Let's take for an example. When you buy a brand name item, it could be clothes or purse, the other detail the seller makes sure looks good is its packaging. They make sure when you leave their shop and you walk in the mall, it grabs everyone's attention. The packaging is well put together and looks presentable. It's same with you. Your body movement can say a lot about your confidence and selling a positive image about yourself. During the interview, make sure to maintain an eye contact with the interviewer and avoid fidgeting. Always maintain good posture. And also, for more information about body language, you can watch my previous video on the 10 do's and don'ts of virtual interview clip. I have shared body language detail tips there as well. Number 5 is telling a success story. When you're selling yourself, what can say more than just telling a success story? When you share a success story, it helps a whole lot. When you talk about your success, you should focus on skills and other factors that make you immediately productive. Because when an employer is interviewing you, usually that means there is an immediate need to your skill set by the company, and usually they're looking for someone that can take away that pain off their table as soon as possible. In this situation, when you share your success story, give a specific example of what you did in your last position. That example should correlate closely with the job requirement listed in the posting. Also, you should explain what the task was, what specific accomplishment you've achieved, and what you learned from it, and how you added value to the company. Let's look at this example. In this example, you can see that you started by saying one of my greatest success at my current job has been leading the installation and implementation of new software program in the office. As office manager, I quickly learned the software program before it was installed, and then led a seminar to instruct all employees how to use it. Within 5 days, everyone felt comfortable and confident using it. My employer said this was the smoothest technological transition we've ever had at work. I know I can bring this technical knowledge and leadership ability to your office as well. When you shared your success story, you should focus on the company rather than on yourself. It will show the employer that you will be an asset to their organization. In conclusion, if you do excellent preparing and you develop a storytelling skill on how to brand or commercial about yourself, also if you don't bring negative information to the table, and finally if you remember proper body language and telling a proper effective success story, now you know how to successfully sell yourself in an interview. I hope you found today's tips helpful. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe. Best of luck in successfully selling yourself and getting hired in your next interview.